Friends and viewers, Oscar Wilde had written a very outstanding short story. The name of this short story is The Model Millionaire, and a note of admiration. So, this short story is written by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde, The Model Millionaire, was written by Oscar Wilde, who born in 1854 and died in 1900. He was a famous Irish writer. In the story, Oscar Wilde described about a boy, Hughie Erskine, who was a young man of good profile. His financial status was very low, as he had no profession. He tried his hand in different professions to earn money, but was not successful. So the author referred him as a delightful, ineffectual young man with a perfect profile and no profession. So the content of this short story is Hughie Erskine was a poor man who was a poor young man who was a good looking with crisp brown hair and a grey eyes. He was not only popular among men, but also among women. He failed to build a career, although he kept changing everything. He had gone on the stock exchange for 6 months. He had been a tea merchant for a little longer than he had tried selling a dry sherry. He was in love with a girl named Laura Merton, daughter of the retired colonel. The colonel was against the engagement and would only allow them to get married if Hughie had £10,000 of his own. One day what happened that Hughie visited his friend named Alan Trevor, who was a painter. When Hughie came in, he found that Trevor painting the finishing touches to a wonderful life-size picture of a beggar man. The beggar himself was standing on a platform in a corner of the studio. He was a wizened old man with a face like wrinkled parchment and a most piteous expression. And then at that night, Hughie went to the Palette Club about 11 o'clock and found Alan in the smoking room. He had talked about the model of a beggar man, which was painted by Alan Trevor. On the conversation, Alan said that the model of his picture was not a beggar, but a millionaire. Hughie was surprised, and he did not believe about what he heard from Alan. The name of millionaire was Baron Hughesburg. Hughie went home unhappily, whereas Alan laughed loudly. Hughie had mistaken the Baron for a beggar and offered him a sovereign. He felt very bad for treating a rich man in that manner and feared that the Baron would have taken his act as an insult. The next morning, a messenger from Baron Hughesburg came and brought a letter to Hughie. The letter contained a check of £10,000, which was wedding present to Hugh Erskine and Laura Merton from Baron Hughesburg. On the day of the marriage, Alan Trevor was the best man, and the Baron made a speech at the wedding breakfast. Alan said, "Millionaire models are rare enough, but model millionaires are rare still." So the conclusion of this story is that the model millionaire, Oscar Wilde, portrayed beautifully the theme of appearance, generosity, friendship, gratitude, love, compassion, charity, commitment, connection, struggle, and happiness. In this story, Hughie was fooled into thinking that the Baron was a beggar solely based on how the Baron was dressed and what Alan Trevor has told him. It was for this reason that Yuhi hands the Baron a sovereign. Yuhi's act of generosity is the fact that Yuhi gives the Baron more than he can really afford. The kindness of Yuhi repaid him with kindness of Baron in the way of 10,000 pounds as wedding present. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the story, The Model Millionaire, a note of admiration by Oscar Wilde. I hope you will enjoy this. Kindly don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.